That might help. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sean Cromwell, creator and Smack the Head, the animated series comic, hopefully crowdfunding sometime in this lifetime. And host of Random Vacation Comics on this YouTube channel. And this is
I'm lost.
Lost. All right.
Yeah.
How's it going? I'm still sick.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes. I got the Kung Flu.
Yes.
I hate it. I'm tired of it.
I bet.
I may have. Now, when I blow my nose, I hear like a pressure squeak in my sinus. And I'm like, did I blow a hole between the two?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
You need it.
No, thank you. It's okay. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it took me a couple of months before I started feeling a little normal. And I'm still, there's days where I'm like, I don't feel
Great.
everything's like, it feels like everything's off a little bit.
Yeah. I had that for a while, and then I've been trying to cut out drinking, and I feel a lot better. It's weird. My joints don't hurt as much.
Yeah.
It's easier to stand up from my knees.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Who'd have thought slight poison would be bad for you?
Yeah. Now all those pick your poison remarks make sense, huh?
Yeah, it always did. I am in a spot. What's new?
Not much. Well, I mean, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, you weren't here.
Yeah, no, I really hate my second job now.
Woohoo! Tell the world about.
Scheduled till 3 today, and he's like, got there at 9. About 9:30, he's like, "Can you stay till 4?" I was like, "Yeah, but that's as late as I can stay today."
Yeah.
I'm usually off on Sundays, so I'm not even supposed to be there.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
And then, like 4:20, I'm like, I'm leaving later.
You're like, I got somewhere to be.
I got you all stocked up. You got your stuff. He got his stuff. I swept. I'm done. I'm not standing around here with my thumb up my ass trying to help you guys any more than.
I'm out with that attitude.
No, you've got 2 managers here. You guys deal with it. I'm just some lackey.
Yeah, that
I'm
is
just
what it
here to
said on
do
the
some
hiring
stuff.
form.
Yeah.
Lackey.
Yeah, like I am not your go-to guy. I'm not your, like, for some reason I'm always the one that's used
Because you're
up.
older and you're responsible.
Yeah, see, here's the other thing. I'm the oldest guy there.
Yeah.
Not
surprising.
Yeah, I know. Like I really like
surprising that they would start depending on you.
Well, I think it's because I have the most experience and I'm not like standing around like wondering what to do. I just go on to the next thing. It's like I get the job done, I go on to the next one.
How dare you?
Most of the kids, and I say kids because they're like 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that is a kid to me. I'm sorry if you're 20 and you feel but that's a kid to me.
Dang snappers, whippers.
Yeah, and nothing against the kids. They just don't have the experience on what, like, the general manager wants from everybody. And I don't like having to pick up the slack or being relied that, oh, he can do it, or he'll just stay later and finish the job. Like, why me, dude?
He'll eat anything.
Yeah, no, that's not me. I'm not that guy anymore. I used to be.
Then I got old and bitter.
Exactly. I got old and I got bitter because it never got me any further.
Yeah.
Like, me doing that extra mile never got me that extra mile.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
So yeah, like I am very.
I got a banner. Banner. Bam. Yeah, nice.
So yeah, I'm like just coming off of that, so that's like really hot on my buttons right now.
All right. Leave my buttons alone.
The other job is great. I love it.
That's good.
I forgot how I loved it.
Sean can't find a job, but Steve's got two. Rub it in, why don't you?
Hey, this is what was going on last time, a couple of months ago. I couldn't find a job, and you're like, I just sit at home and watch movies.
That was my advice.
That was your job.
Oh, yeah, that was probably the best job I've ever had.
Yeah. And so, it goes both ways.
Now they outsourced it to Greece.
Yeah, because North Carolina is just too far away for you to work.
Yeah, well, there's some company they were outsourcing to their extra stuff. And I'm sure some asshole got a nice raise not having to pay me
Oh,
anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm not bitter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little bitter. Actually, most days I am effing irritated sitting here looking for a job for 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Well, you should be. I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, it sucks. It sucks that we have to make money for other people before we make money for ourselves.
Do you mean family-wise or what?
No, I mean you're making money for the company that you work for before you get your paycheck. You're making money for the company.
Of course, you're doing all the work so that they can get all the benefit. Right. That's how businesses work.
Right. I'm like you.
Doesn't mean I like people.
Yeah, but you're not making your money before the company gets paid. Like you're being paid after everybody else has been paid. You finally the employee gets paid.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying that's the way it is.
That's how it's always been.
You're always making money for other people before you make money for yourself.
Sure.
And it's just a shit fucking thing.
Yeah.
But then everybody can't go out and everybody be a business owner because then.
Correct. You would be buying and selling to each other. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss story.
Yeah.
In the land of businesses, where every business is I don't know. I got nothing.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, I watched White Men Can't Jump last night.
I was thinking about that one
in so long, and it's still freaking hilarious.
I remember when we rented it.
We rented it?
We rented it at Blockbuster, or maybe 16,000 videos.
I don't know what 16,000 is.
It's like a Blockbuster, but like just a lower, like more of a local chain. There's more than one store. It wasn't the mom and pop store because they had like a couple different locations.
Oh.
They're like Hollywood Video.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah. That was the next biggest, I think.
Yeah.
Went to that once.
I used to go there a lot. They were okay. I mean, same prices, same selection as Blockbuster.
I didn't even know they were a thing until my friend's like, I have to return a tape. And I was like, okay, where? That's my story.
Got it. Okay.
The end.
Well, when you had like late fees at Blockbuster, you just went to Hollywood Video to rent your movies.
Well, sure, why not? I guess.
Yeah. And then you just flip flop. It's like, I got too many late fees there. Might as well go over here.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
We usually struggle for something to watch, and so Pluto has a Jeopardy channel that I get hooked on for like 3 hours at a time. Who knew I was so smart? I figured out my parents' secret because they used to watch it all the time growing up, and I was always like, "How do you guys know so much?" And they're like, "You just learn things." I figured out their secret is you just live long enough to hear enough crap that just retains in your brain.
Yeah, that's called experience.
You can answer questions on Jeopardy for no purposes.
Yeah, you just explained experience. That's exactly what we do.
Yeah. Experience is farting around long enough till you retain something.
Yeah, you just retain the information that you're told, and then you just pull it out of your ass later on in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
pretty funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah. What else have I been doing? Binging Jeopardy, White Men Can't Jump, still hilarious.
Yeah,
still hilarious. But those two are very good together. Woody Harrelson and
didn't they do Money Train together?
Wesley Snipes. I don't know. I never saw that.
Oh, I think that was their next collaboration together.
Maybe
was Money Train.
Yeah, there's one. Stop.
It was either Money Train or the Taking the Phlegm 123 or something.
Taking of Pan Am or Pal Am. There was a remake of that.
Yeah, it's a remake, but I can't remember who was in that. I can't remember if it was Snipes or Harrison.
Well, anyway, Money Train had. Look at his hat.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Gotta love the 90s, man. Gotta love the 90s.
Even in White Men Can't Jump, he has the most awfully amazing outfits. Woody Harrelson.
Oh, I know.
And then he has high tops on with like super huge socks, and I'm like, I really want high tops again.
Yeah, I think I had a pair. My last pair just ripped apart.
That's so sad.
They don't make them like they used to.
Mm. Yeah.
Like I am very bad with shoes. Like I put a pair of shoes on within 2 days, like the string around the sole is coming undone and this like it's popping apart.
I constantly feel like finding clothes, just normal clothes and shoes, are the hardest effing thing to do.
Oh, I'm just going to flip flops from now on. Like
classy.
And then clothes. Screw it. I've got clothes for the last 20 years. I'm not buying new clothes till I die.
Oh, so every time I go to the food line down the street, this was happening in California too. I have these, I think they're Skechers sneakers. It's so annoying because when it rains and the bottoms get wet, I walk into any store and you can pick me out from a distance because I'm going.
That's funny.
It's awful. Usually by the time I'm leaving the store, they've dried enough where I'm not making noise anymore. But at that point, who cares?
That's good stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen this salmon after they've spawned, I guess?
Yeah, they turn into like the most disturbing, horrendous.
Yes, you've seen it.
Yes, of course I have. Oh my God, yeah, salmon, yeah. They
Zombie
turn into
salmons, and I was like, "There's something they don't tell you on the Discovery Channel."
No, like they become, and then they die. I mean, they basically start decaying. It is a zombie, yeah. They just start decaying and
it says that when salmon make their challenging way upstream to reach their spawning grounds, they use up all their energy and their bodies start to shut down. This process results in fish that are rotting alive.
Yeah.
Yikes. It's a monster.
Yeah.
All right, so you've seen it. I just saw this for the first time the other day. Like, I knew they died. I didn't know they were dying.
Oh, yeah. I think they did show this on the Discovery Channel once, but just once.
A bunch of angry letters.
Or it was Nat Geo. One of the two showed it. Because I remember learning about it on something. Or maybe it was science class. I can't remember. It was somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah,
somewhere. I believe
it's just very disturbing, man.
Yeah. All right, you saw that one then.
It's like something from your nightmares.
Yeah. I'm 42 years old. I still, if I'm having a nightmare, it still involves zombies. Like, I've actually woken myself up because I'm like, no, we're not doing this again. Find something more original. Find something else to creep me the F out in the middle of the night.
My nightmares now involve like real life stuff. Like I'm lucid dreaming, but I don't realize I'm dreaming.
I don't.
That happens.
I hear noises, which makes me paranoid. Like if the fan makes noises sometimes as it's spinning, so the click will wake me up or something, and I'm like, I'm on edge for like 20 minutes afterwards.
Right.
But yeah. It's always zombies.
That's
tired of zombies. Did you ever see these crow videos?
Are they zombies?
No, I wish. That'd be horrific. No, they're just really effing smart.
Oh yeah, crow. Are they crows or ravens?
Yes, they are corvids.
Corvids.
And he puts some blocks and a treat. And the bird immediately has a stick.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen this video.
Yeah. They're so
like, I know what to do.
They're so smart. I wanna train them to bring me money.
Yeah, I'm starting. I saw you. there's a way to do it, and I'm building this little shelf thing for them now.
Yeah.
With all this like little metal thing, so they can hear me put their treats down, and each treat will make a different sound on the metal, so they know they're getting the good stuff.
What are the treats?
I'm still learning about that.
Mice,
like corn,
small children,
like some corn, some seeds, and then you just go up to like better stuff that they'll like.
Crack, cocaine, heroin.
It's the heroin. That's
only the first taste is free, and then the birds are like, "Come on, man!
Where's my money?"
Price. Sorry, it's right-handed, not left-handed.
Oh, I watched the first episode of Futurama, the new season.
Oh, okay.
The first episode is awful.
I really thought you were going to say that you loved it.
The first episode reminded me of the first movie they did, where they were like,
"Oh, I hate that."
Where they like, "Oh, we ground up the executives into powder," and it's like they're making fun of Fox the whole time. That's kind of like what they did this time. They're like making fun of Hulu. And it's called Fulu, and it was just a horrendous episode.
It does not need to continue.
I guess the next episode, I only watched half of it because I had to go, but the next episode was a lot funnier, and it was more original to what Futurama was back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. The way it ended, the second time was perfect.
The third time,
or the third time,
because the movies were supposed to be
the ending,
but like you could split them up and make really weird, disjointed seasons.
Yes.
And then it ended, and then I think Into the Wild Green Yonder is the last movie.
Yes.
And then
that was supposed to be the end.
And then they come back, and I think Farnsworth is like, "We're back," apparently, or something like that.
Yeah, they do more stuff like that, and that was the whole episode, and it was just really, this is how you're gonna start it off. I get it; it's funny, like you got some funny moments, but the whole storyline is just not working for me. It feels like a rehash of what you guys did last time.
Hollywood is just a trash fire.
Oh yeah, I agree. What did I do with my
out of ideas? Can't make anything new.
Nope. It's just cookie cutter movies. They're all the same because that's what worked before. So we're just going to keep doing it this way. And look where they are now. Now they're not making shit.
Yeah, it's great.
It is.
And I love how they keep complaining, and normal people are like, "I don't give a crap about it. Like, I hope you starve. You called me a Nazi for 10 years because I didn't like Ghostbusters."
Then, but you got some studios that are still able to work because they're like, okay, we'll do what the union says.
Who's saying that?
A24 is still shooting.
They're more independent-y kind of.
And then
that's what I heard.
It's small, it's the small little independent studios. It's not like no big studio is going, except for whoever's doing Sonic 3. They're still shooting.
Oh, I didn't know they were allowed to.
Again, they're probably accommodating to the unions. Either that shoot or the studio is accommodating to the unions and doing what they is agreeing to their whatever they had laid out back in
demands.
Yeah, whatever their demands were back in the day, back a couple months ago.
I don't know. I just saw a video of whatever the F she is, the Hispanic Snow White, complaining, "If I have to stand around for 18 hours as a princess, then I deserve to be paid every single time it's streamed." And I'm like, go F yourself.
No, it's royalty. It's the syndication thing.
That's fine,
but it's streaming.
You're missing the point. The phrase, "if I have to stand around for 18 hours dressed as a Disney princess," it's like, stop. Full stop. Go F yourself. Stop whining.
Okay, wait. Are she whining because she's a Disney princess, or that she has to?
I don't know. She's a piece of shit. They're all pieces of shit.
No, I'm asking you. Why is she whining? Is she whining because she's standing around?
Because the residuals or whatever for streaming.
Right. They're so low. They deserve to be paid for. Like, it would be like your artwork going around and being like, okay, we're only showing your artwork here, so we're giving you this chunk of money, but then we're taking it around the world and not giving you anything.
Yeah, I get all that.
when we
she
go.
needs to come up with a better start
Analogy?
phrase to
No,
try
yeah.
and win people over.
Like, they're not the smart. Like, no one said these guys are the smartest people. Like, half the time they don't even speak without someone saying, "Okay, this is what you're gonna say." So they don't know how to talk. Like, they don't know.
Oh,
like,
actually,
they're fucking stupid.
I heard a funny thing where I was watching something, and they're like, "Have you noticed that like movies seem to be doing better because the actors aren't allowed to promote the films?" And I was like, "That's hilarious."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know about more movies coming out now than I did when, like, a year ago.
I still have no idea. I don't follow any of it anymore. The only stuff I know,
I mean, if you asked
when
me, I
it's
couldn't
coming
tell
out,
you.
is because I know people are going to complain about it or whatever online, or they're going to start talking about it, or they've been talking about it. But
oh yeah, you
I
do,
don't. I used to just like
stuff.
watch trailers and stuff, but I don't even care anymore.
Oh yeah, I stopped watching trailers. I think I watched a set of trailers for the stream a couple of months ago, and
oh yeah,
about it. That was the last time I watched trailers.
Yeah.
Trailers got weird in the last couple of years. Like, you can watch a trailer and it gives you the whole plot and story, and all the funny parts are shown. If not the funniest parts are shown, and there's a couple of things they didn't show that are funny, but they're not as funny as what they did show.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's like, all right, I'd rather wait for the movie and just be surprised all the way through.
Yeah.
I might watch a teaser here and there. Like, okay, that's coming. Cool. That way I know about it.
Sure.
But that's all I got.
Nice.
I guess.
You got a favorite ghost story?
Ghost story?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, so,
I thought I saw. I think I'm seeing shadow people more and more lately.
Yes.
Like, they're following me. Like, they're following me.
Sorry.
I got home from work last night and I was sitting on the couch. So I work in a vegan place, and then you walk in the front door, and then there's another business attached to us. So it's like one big area, but you got our vegan fast food restaurant here, and then over to the left is a vegan bakery. Vegan bakeries are the best food I've ever had. Like, so there's no butter and there's no milk. The two things that hurt my stomach the most.
Oh, well,
so I'm like, woo! I love it. And you can't tell the difference. You can't taste the difference in vegan sweets. Food, yeah, because you can't imitate that shit. But there's no imitating, because you're using real flour still. You're using real sugar. You're still using all those real ingredients. It was so I was eating this big ass cinnamon roll, and then all of a sudden, over in the corner, something fell, and then when I got up to look over, there was nothing there.
It's because vegans are so skinny and wasting away, and you think you're seeing shadow people, but it's really just vegan.
Oh no, I won't eat the vegan meat because it's just soy, and I won't eat that much. That's too much soy for me.
Yeah, you don't need soy.
No, so
you don't need the extra estrogen.
No, so I eat a lot of they give the vegan bakery will give us a lot of their like end of the day stuff, because it'll start getting hard if you leave it at weekend. Anyways,
and
we get there into this day stuff, So yeah, that just brought it back to I was sitting there eating my cinnamon roll, and I saw something fall, but when I got up, there was nothing there.
Nothing fell even?
There was nothing behind there. There was nothing falling over. And I swear I saw this shape duck, like, and it made a noise. And when I went over, there was nothing there. I mean, it must have been a snake. Maybe it was
it must have been a snake.
It's the only thing I could think of.
Some random animal. Must have been a snake. What's a snake?
Well, I bet couldn't have been anything else. Like, if it was like a squirrel or something, it would have made a lot more noise. A snake falling and then not hearing anything else is
in the bakery.
It was in my living room, over in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Man, I was just sitting over in the corner of my house
Sitting
watching
there
Star Trek.
eating the thing.
No, both hands. This thing was huge.
Oh,
And I'm just like ripping pieces
that's
off.
what she said.
And then
Did I forget what I was gonna say.
or I'll see like I'll look and I'll see the outline of like a person. And then when I look back, it's like
Yeah,
a fan
I
or
get that a lot.
a
That's
piece of
nothing.
something. But it moves before, like as I'm turning, it makes me look back. The reason I look back is because it moves.
Maybe it's like those nymphs from like Greek mythology and stuff. It looks like a girl, and then you grab her, and she turns into a tree, or something like that. Yeah, it's a person. Ah, crap! It's a fan. Turned into a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Stuff like that. I think so. Ghost stories. Yeah, I guess that's it.
oh, all right.
I don't know.
I've been so usually I turn on unsolved mysteries. I'll be flipping past them, and it's always boring. It's always something depressing or boring.
Usually.
And then I turned it on the other day, and they were talking about Resurrection Mary in Chicago. That this woman in a white dress walking down the street and give her a ride, and then she's gone at the cemetery. And I was like, they're doing a good one finally. I feel like I've been trying to see a good ghost episode on Unsolved Mysteries for like the past 3 years.
I think I've heard that one a bit. And then the one in New Orleans is like that too.
I'm sure everyone. It's like Bigfoot. Like when we talked about Bigfoot, everybody's got a.
I think every major city that's old and has a taxi service, like a reliable taxi service, where you can stick your hand out and be like, taxi. We'll have those stories.
Yeah, probably. Everybody's got a Bigfoot. Everybody's got a Resurrection Mary.
Yeah.
So that was fun for a little bit, and then I've been watching Star Trek Enterprise, and like the
DVDs.
Yes.
Because I can't find it anywhere to watch other than like Paramount Plus, and I'm not paying for that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of like Deep Space Nine. I feel like I feel like
that's on Pluto right now.
Yeah, but
I'm so over Deep Space Nine. Give me my Voyager back.
I haven't watched either of those. I need to watch both of them, but I need to find an easy way to do that.
Now I'm on the last season of Deep Space Nine, but I can't watch it on Pluto because it's just. And even though it's in order, I still can't watch it.
Oh,
like
it's boring for you?
It's not boring. It's just if I can't push stop and then come back to it.
Yeah.
It's going to be somewhere else.
Well, you can do on demand on Pluto and watch it.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I think that takes it away.
You got the guide. If you go to the left, and you go to on demand, you can look for it. That's how I watch some stuff. But you still have commercials. Ugh.
Yeah.
I used to see them when I was a kid, and I had a different experience. I had different experiences with them than like most people. They're like, I see them and they're scary.
Yeah,
I used to just see them and then stare at them and then be like, okay. And then sometimes I would see them and I felt like I had control in my head, like I'd see one running somewhere, but in my head I could grab him and put him back to the beginning and he'd run again. If that makes any sense. In my vision, I could see him running, but I could also control it. So I get it's in your head, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it could be brains just popping off neurons and like filling in blanks. See, or you know how like the brain is lazy?
Who?
The human brain. It's lazy as hell. It'll just fill information in. Like with just whatever. Oh, I think it's that. So that's what we'll just use.
It's like people I know. Yeah. Whatever you were saying. Yeah.
But what about the shadow people? Like your brain can't compute or fill in that information, so it's just a shadow person.
Oh yeah, it hasn't rendered.
Yeah, it can't render it. Yeah. It's unrenderable. And so your brain just sees a shadow, and then when you look back, it's gone or it's something else because your brain's like, I'm going to fill it in with this because I've seen that before now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Experiences our brain doing it.
Exactly.
I knew that son of a bitch was to blame.
Like you can always see your nose, but your brain's like, I'm not looking at that anymore.
Ugh. It's here, it's there, it's here, it's there. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look past it.
Yeah. So I was watching Enterprise, like the fourth episode. They go to a planet, and a couple of them camp out, and they're telling each other ghost stories, space ghost stories, which I would love to have a spin-off series to my stuff that's all like a horror in space series. So I found it very amusing. They're telling each other space ghost stories. And then on Instagram, someone posted clips from that anime Memories from 1995.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I should watch that because that clip looks pretty cool. It's got a lot of sci-fi stuff. And their first story is like a space ghosty story because it's an anthology of 3 stories.
Right.
And I was thoroughly entertained.
Well, good.
So I've been on a space and ghosty kick lately.
Ghosty.
Yeah. Trying to find space
Say
ghosty
Moosey.
stuff. What?
Moosey Fate.
I have no idea what you said.
Moosey Fate.
Moosey.
Moosey Fate.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said ghosty, and that just reminded me. It sounded like it.
I gotcha. This is all from it. This is the last short. I used to see this trailer all the time and this fat guy pulling the cannon cord.
Mm.
Anyway, it's good. You should watch it.
Yeah, I think I've seen it back in the day,
Probably.
but I always like watching cartoons. So I'm watching Bluey right now.
Space, man. Bluey. Woo.
It's actually really good.
That's what I've heard.
It's pretty amazing.
Why would people's brains have developed the ability to do this? To do what? To ignore stuff?
Yeah, to save us from going insane with
Probably.
the way the world actually looks.
Oh. You say that, and I'm picturing like From Beyond when there's like fish, eels.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's like we just can't see it.
Yeah. Like our brains ignore it because it drives us insane. Like we start screaming and just going batshit nuts, like acting crazy, and that's not how our brains want to act. So it's like, fuck it, ignore it.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. Because the brain, whatever the brain does, it's gonna do just make it survive. Like we have no control over the things that our brains do, but it's gonna make sure that, like, it's one thing to do is to survive, and that's it.
Yeah, because its true form, my true form, is a brain with spaghetti tentacles coming off of it. The rest of me is just meant to convey that thing around from place to place.
I am a meat popsicle.
Negative. Meat popsicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a 5 pounds of fleshy goo piloting a bio-mech suit.
It's true.
Yes.
I always like the Futurama. Bender's like, your average human is a greasy, oily tube wrapped in a t-shirt.
Yes, exactly. When you actually think about what humans are, okay, so it's like the whole identity thing. What is actually your identity? Is it this meat suit that we're wearing?
Oh yeah. Well, then that all goes. Yeah, and then you're like, well, am I the brain, or am I the energy firing between synapses in the brain? Am I the ghost in the machine, or am I something that actually exists here?
Exactly. Yep.
I like this title, Zombie Road. Take me home, Zombie Road, to the place I explode. No, I mean, under certain conditions, people can see shadow people. There are instructions online for how much Benadryl Yeah, if it can be repeated, it's science. Yeah, I don't argue that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I have heard Benadryl will make you messed up and start seeing that stuff.
If you got sinuses, yeah.
If you got sinuses, you're gonna see some shit.
Sinuses, where we're going, we don't need sinuses.
Oh, that'd be really great right now. Every time I blow my nose, I hear like stuff in my ear.
Take some Benadryl.
Hey.
Tell me what the Hat Man says.
I don't think he ever says anything. But I love how people are always like, oh, when you see the Hat Man, it means the end of the world. And I was like, wouldn't the world have to end for you to know that that's how that works?
All right, so what's the Hat Man?
Oh, I don't know.
I've never heard of the Hat Man.
You've never heard of it? It's just a shadow person that has like a fedora.
Oh, I was picturing like a top hat, like Abe Lincoln.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? What if he was comically Hat Man? People use the results of tests to dismiss the phenomena as just parts of your brain being triggered. But why do you have a part of your brain that sees shadow people? Oh,
yeah.
I think this is the From Beyond swimming eels thing again.
Yeah, I think it's our brain is ignoring things that are actually there, other dimensions that we can peer into.
Honestly, if
it's the fabric of reality being like stretched too thin, where 2 points are coming together and it's like bleeding over.
That's usually what I think of, like ghosts and stuff. It's like,
oh yeah, that's exactly.
If there was like a thin point in like space time, and or even if you have like a multiverse and they touch or something.
Deja vu.
Didn't you just say that?
Whose cat is this?
Sorry. What was I going to look up? Oh, I was going to... Here, you read that. I'm going to look for a picture.
Until recently, Hat Man was just known as a variant of Shadow People. Recently, he's become more popular with... He only appears if you've taken enough Benadryl.
They should do ads with him, man. That would be hilarious.
Wow. So, wait. Can you only see the Hat Man when you're on Benadryl? Oh, yeah, that's not scary at all.
I think...
or can you see him outside of the Benadryl?
No, I think people have seen it without Benadryl. Most of this stuff, I think, what was the name of that documentary?
See, these shadow people have like wisp and stuff.
Yeah, mine never had that.
No, mine are solid.
Yeah, they're a little more like
more
that,
like that, yeah.
With no eyeballs.
No eye holes. No eye holes. No features whatsoever.
It's like fixing a bow tie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm inclined to believe that most of this stuff is just.
See, when he gets stuff like it's too big. It seems too big now. Everybody's seeing the same thing, and that to me
means that everybody wants to be popular and wants to be a part of the group.
Yeah, there's part of the group type thing, but more or less, it's just jumping on to like a fad almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious. I don't know if I want to take that much Benadryl.
No. It's frequently, from what I remember, it's frequently associated with was it not night terrors? When you wake up and you can't move and you think someone's in the room.
Sleep paralysis.
Paralysis, yeah. That stuff shows up a lot in that. There was a really great loose documentary, where they're talking about sleep paralysis and stuff, and they did it in the manner of a horror movie, but it's still a documentary. I was like, this freaked the crap out of me, man. This was really well done.
Damn it, I had something. I can't remember now. It's the...
Take me home, zombie road, to the place.
The ghost.
I will not.
Shadow people.
Ghost stories? Or what?
Shadow people. I don't know. What were you just talking about?
Hat Man.
Oh, right. So if you take all this, so say you're seeing shadow people, but when you start to see a shadow person, you instantly start thinking, oh shit, Hat Man. does that just put it into your head then, so you see it? Or if you like, I'm going to see Hatman by taking all this formula, you've already put the idea into your head, like you've incept yourself.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
so you're saying the only way to have a clear test is to drug someone without their knowledge,
without them knowing they're going to see Hatman. Yes.
Yeah. That
without that idea being said, like even the idea of I'm taking the Benadryl to see Hatman, like you've already set yourself up to see Hatman.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a self-fulfilling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get the thought process.
So I don't know. I
had no idea it was a new thing. Yeah.
Hey, I'm the most people.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Damn, I've been out of the
the paranormal loop.
Yeah, well, I guess it's turned into. I don't know.
I'd rather talk about ghosts lately rather than UFOs.
I see, and the more we talk about the UFOs, the more that you think about it. Yeah, they're not UFOs. It's our own fucking technology. They're either time travelers, interdimensional beings,
or it's all
they're
a
not
distraction from something
space
else.
Travel. Like, no, see, then at the same time, we like, we just had a huge ass asteroid pass us about 2 years ago. We had no idea it passed us. So, like, yeah, we have telescopes in the sky looking at everything at all times, but there's shit that passes by us. Like,
who was it? I was watching something. I don't know what it was. And they were like, if they have telescopes like Hubble, why can't they take like super crazy pictures from space with like Hubble? And it's like, well, Hubble is depth of field is set to like 1 billion.
Yeah.
So if it turns around and looks at the planet, it's just fuzzy.
Yeah. And the planet is moving like super fast, so it's just a blur.
You might have sent me that, actually.
Of lines of blurriness. So you're not going to see anything.
Lines of blurriness.
The fucking government, United States government, has the technology to just use the cameras to read license plates on cars from space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've said it before. The movie with Gene Hackman and Will Smith, Enemy of the State. All of that technology is what the government had back in the 60s.
Yeah, they said that this was the stuff that we already had.
Well, that's what the director and the writers, the filmmakers of that movie wanted to use. It that was specifically to use the technology the government had that they've released to the public, saying, yes, this is what we had and this is what we did. So that was only the stuff that they used. Yeah. Think about where they are now. Of course, we've got shit that looks like UFOs.
Yeah, there was a video I saw. I don't know what I was watching, but there was a tank. It was like a CCTV shot. It was a tank in some country, and you see like in slow motion, you see a form. It's like clearish running up to the tank, and then does something, and I think it like runs away or whatever, and the tank like blows up. I might be misremembering that, and I was like, I have very little doubt that there are stealth suits.
Oh God, no! Yes. I mean, think about, again, from the Enemy of the State. That was from the technology they had back in the 50s and 60s. Now that's 50 to 40 over that. 60 years now.
Yeah.
How far have we come in 60 years with our technology?
I don't know. But why are politicians still stupid?
If they're not stupid and just act stupid.
Most of them, I think, are just greedy idiots.
Oh God, all of them are greedy idiots. 100%, all of them are greedy idiots. They're in it for something.
Yeah.
For themselves, for the power, for the people. They're still greedy. Like, greed doesn't always have to be bad, but it's not always like used for good.
Yeah. I have this feeling that the answers will be obvious when our technology, science, or philosophy advances, but we think we're going to know what it's going to advance to. Yeah. It's always hard to
have any clue. Oh, speaking of
it's always hard to
LK99. That shit has got me excited.
Oh, the
superconductor shit.
Superconductor
at room temperature.
Yeah.
Oh my God. MRI machine in your pocket. Fucking.
Do I need that?
Well, I'm just saying that's what like we could do. Like
I just see like
it's going to change everything.
flying cars and hover trains and
Well,
stuff.
we already got those flying cars now.
No,
Like the FAA just approved it. They've got the prototypes. But no, again, yes. What you're saying, yes, it's going to significantly, yeah, it's going to change the whole playing field completely.
I hope, because I always like those videos where they froze the magnets and then
with liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, but they put it on a track and then it locks it super in a super state or something. I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all these terminologies I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about. Have you seen the one where they magnetize they show that oxygen is magnetic?
No.
They freeze oxygen into its liquid form. So they get liquid oxygen.
Yes.
And then they get these magnets super, and then they pour out the oxygen, and the oxygen is locked between the two magnets. That's fucking weird. Why is the oxygen magnetic?
I don't.
Why is it
iron particles? I don't know.
Well, oxygen is what? But it makes up oxygen.
H2. No, it's
no. Well, you got oxygen in it.
What is it? Hydrogen and why don't
it's
I
like
know
one hydrogen to two oxygen?
I don't know anything. H2O. My brain, man.
Yeah, it's one hydrogen to two oxygen. You get water.
Right, that's H2O. You're talking about oxygen.
Yeah, but what is oxygen? Just oxygen.
Like, this is the dumbest conversation.
I mean, you only get it from living beings, like something alive on the planet produces the oxygen. Oxygen's not a natural...
Am I thinking this over too hard?
It's just O.
Hold on.
But is there iron in oxygen?
I think there's just... yeah, I don't know, man.
But if you add iron to oxygen, you get something else.
I'm sick and dumb. Dumb and sick. The difference between oxygen O and oxygen O2 is that the former is an oxygen atom, while the latter consists of two O atoms bound together, forming a molecule also called oxygen. Well, great.
Yeah, it's just two. That's what it means. You get two oxygens, you put them together, you get O2. You get three oxygens, you put them together, you get O3.
This still makes me think that I could breathe an O.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily need an O2.
No, you don't. You don't need two oxygen. You need one oxygen.
Seems redundant.
But we got like billions of oxygen that we're breathing in. But it's not bound together. It's not. Yeah. It hasn't been like when you take the oxygen and you lock it together with some hydrogen, you get the water, together. You get rain and whatnot.
Maybe we just can't get our heads around it right now.
Oh no, our brains can't do it. Maybe if we unlock maybe 20%, maybe 30%, we can start to wrap our brains around this stuff.
I think a lot is outside of our understanding.
Oh,
and I think even to go back to your swimming eels, I really do think that there are things we don't have a sensor for or whatever, like that we can't detect, like when you can't see infrared or whatever with the regular human eye. I feel like there's a lot of that kind of stuff just out there, and we have no idea.
Oh yeah.
Share screen.
Take like the mantis shrimp, for instance, or like one of those shrimps.
Mantis shrimp is the one that punches super fast and creates
and a lightning bolt. Can't they see them like 200 something different colors? It's
something like that.
We only know of 7 colors.
I know red, gray, and blue.
I know the Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
I know that one. That's about it. Those are our colors. Like, what other colors are there? Yeah, I know, that's really cool.
This stuff's so cool. Oh right there. Yeah. But the fact that they can like flip it over and it just hangs is even cooler too.
Yeah, it's not being because you got the repulse. Like yeah, it's still like locked to it.
Yeah.
I think the cold, if I understand the science correctly, like in layman's terms, basically so cold that it creates like a magnetic field around itself. 2 poles almost.
Yeah.
Type thing going on.
Didn't you send me a thing that was like they're starting to fight over credit now for the room temperature superconductor or
No, I don't
whatever.
think
So
that was
that's a
me.
good sign that it actually is a
I didn't
real
know.
thing.
I
When
know
people
the
start
South
arguing
Korea is the
about
one.
it.
I know. I don't think they were fighting. I don't think I've seen that one because
Oh,
I know
well,
South Korea is the ones that said we like.
Yeah,
I remember reading the paper when South Korea put it out, like, and then it was
Yeah.
like 2 to 3 days later they were like, a Chinese team and
yeah,
South China like failed. They tried to reproduce it and they couldn't do it.
I heard that,
and then it was like
people did,
and then it was 2 days later after that this team, like I think in like I can't pronounce the China, but I know where the cities are. I think it was mid to North China.
Okay,
and they did it.
Yeah,
and then other teams started doing it.
Yeah,
and I think someone in India tried doing it and they failed.
It's because it's hot in India.
And they failed also. But then after that, everybody started succeeding at it. And it's fucking nuts that it was this fucking simple. It was right there in front of us the whole fucking time. It's not like these are exotic materials.
See it.
Yeah, it's not like they're using exotic metals or earth rare metals or anything like that. This is like random shit everybody has.
I got a Coke can and a coat hanger
and some duct tape.
And it worked.
That's exactly what I like. The way they explained it, how I saw it in my head happen. It's like we haven't tried these 3. Those are useless. Throw them away. It's like
I feel like there's a lot of that. We haven't done it this way. All right, let's give it a whirl.
But yeah, exactly. Now it's time to like actually start doing that because everybody's like, well, we haven't tried this way because that way doesn't work. How do you know? Because this way works.
Yeah,
like that's why
a lot of dumb dogmatic things, even in
exactly.
Science.
Yes.
Well, why can't we discuss an extended timeline of ancient civilizations? No, because it happened this way. Because you read it that way for the last 30 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
Who knew that the effing Easter Island statues had bodies attached to them
until
someone dug them up?
Found that out. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, forever. It was just the head. And then one day I saw the whole thing and I was like, what the F is that?
Yeah. It makes you wonder if, like, did they bury him or did they get buried? Or have they been there longer than we think they've been there?
Yeah, exactly. Was it like
they just got buried from, years of sediment?
Mm-hmm.
Or explosions?
Wind blowing around.
Ash being dumped on them?
Birds pooping.
Bird poop is probably like, Yeah, and the bird poop probably like just acidic. Yeah, just made it like older than it was. Just made it seem like it was older because it just ate the poop away.
Take me home, Zombie Road. Dead Woman's Crossing, Weatherford, Oklahoma.
I thought it was Wisconsin.
What? Dead Woman's Crossing?
The Zombie Road.
Oh, no. This is outside of St. Louis.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Missouri.
Or the other one.
The other what? The other Missouri?
St. Louis is like a shared city between 2 states. Isn't it?
I don't know.
Or is there 2?
The only thing they have the Arch, right? St. Louis Arch, which is supposed to be the gateway to the west. Which is about as far as my trivia for St. Louis goes.
Come on, Mr. Jeopardy.
My brain's not working right now.
Yeah, it's that COVID. It doesn't make your brain work.
Off and on, I'm like, I'm so smart. And then I'm like,
and then I was like,
my stomach feels weird.
Yeah, pretty much. It's fucking weird.
Between 2 cities? Or states? What did you say? Shares?
It's shared between 2 states. I thought.
St. Louis between 2 states.
Missouri and
oh, wait.
St. Louis.
It's the same thing.
No.
This
Missouri
is like the dumbest conversation.
Yeah, it really is. Kansas?
Lewis County, East Central Missouri, U.S. It lies on the west bank of the Mississippi River, bridged there at several points, opposite East St. Louis, Illinois, just south of the confluence Missouri River. City's boundaries remained unchanged. I have no idea.
Well, give me a fucking
I'll
map.
give it to you.
I have no idea what you just said, little boy.
Oh, is St. Louis split between two states? Oh my lord! Add the stream. Louis is a bi-state metropolitan statistical area in the United States with its core in both Missouri and Illinois.
Because that's where the arch is. The arch is in Illinois. It's not in Missouri.
Yeah. Nothing's working today. Anyway, I'll give you another one.
What have we gotten in this show?
What?
It's the most I've ever gotten. I feel rich.
Well, in the next round, the points are doubled and the questions are twice as hard.
I'll wager everything.
I always screw up at the last question. They're like, here's the category, make a wager. And I'm like, nothing. 48 million. I don't know.
Always bet it all. Go home or go broke. Go broke or go home.
Well, if you're, you
home.
should, because from what I understand, second place gets like $2,000, third place gets $1,000. That basically covers going to the show and paying for a hotel and stuff.
Well, you're forgetting something else.
What?
Taxes.
Well, they get this just for being on the show, even if they don't
still have to tax that.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
So no matter what, as long as you're not negative. No, I don't. I think you would still get $1,000 if you were negative at the end.
I don't know how.
Anyway, the thought is just bet it all, because what the f? You're still gonna go home with like $20 at least.
Yes.
You showed up. Good job. There you are.
Bloody Mary. You ever done that?
No. But I know the science behind it. You turn off the light and you see the after image in your face.
Yeah, you have to say it like 3 times.
Yeah, but when your eyes are so adjusted.
Oh, yeah, to the light that you're seeing.
So that when you turn it off, you see your own face and it's black.
Yeah.
Been watching the other side of that archaeology conversation. It sounds like most are open to new ideas, and a lot of this is fact, but there are other facts that refute some alt history ideas. Yeah. I was watching something.
It's called time travelers leaving behind evidence.
It's just like, nom, nom, nom. I was watching something. I feel like that's how I start every story today. So watching something, they're like, we found these artifacts and there's little statues, and here's a soldier riding an effing triceratops. And then they're like,
I remember.
There's like a bunch of things like that, like dinosaurs with people. And then they're like, and it's old stuff too. They're like, this should not exist.
Yeah.
And then the Smithsonian came and took over, and like, we re-examined it, and this is not true. And people are like, can we like see the paperwork? And they're like, well, we lost it. We don't know where it is. And it's like, well, can we see the objects? They're like, no, we don't know where they are. They're gone. It's like,
they're not gone. They put them in the vault.
Mm-hmm. The real vault, the vault that has all the answers. I'm declaring it now. There is a vault that has all the objects and the correct timeline.
Yes, and there's a bunch of people in there making sure that we stay on the timeline that we're on.
Yeah.
But the correct time, but they're not even on. So that's not even the correct timeline that they think they're off of. There's another timeline behind that one that people think they're on the right timeline that they're trying to stay off of. There is no right timeline. It's like the whole simulation effect where somebody's in there like making a world on the Sims, but then in the Sims there's someone in their garage making a world on their Sims and their Sims and their Sims and their Sims.
Yeah, simulation's all the way down.
Yeah, and if you took a dart and threw it
all the way down,
threw it at the board, you would never hit the original.
Yeah, you saw that Neil deGrasse Tyson clip.
Yeah, but I'm pushing it all towards like everything else. You could like the same thing with timelines. You're never going to hit the original timeline. Someone went time traveling and fucked it up so bad that we have split. And it's not a multiverse. It's more of alternate timelines, just splitting off of the main timeline repeatedly.
Yeah.
Because there's only one universe and not multiple universe.
Oh yeah. Write this stuff down. Put it in.
Oh, and it is, but I can't use it.
Two covers and call it something.
It's 3 covers actually, and it's the
3 covers. Why would you?
Well, yeah, because you have the original timeline is the first book. Then you have the second book was the alternate timelines, and what we eventually evolve into is going to be a multiverse.
So all 3 books only get 1 cover, no back.
No back.
No back.
No back.
No moss.
Just
moss.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, so right now we're in like the splitting of timelines. Once we go past that, who knows? Either we're all just going to explode because it can't handle the stress, or we'll break off into the multiverse.
I'm not convinced that we aren't at the kill screen from Pac-Man.
Oh, I mean, if it's just the Earth, you got to look at the universe. We're a speck of dust floating through space. Who the fuck cares about this? Like, if Earth just disappears tomorrow, like, it's not going to affect the greater scheme of things. That would be what causes multiversal.
This is my
universal
theory
destruction
of where we're headed.
No, we're on the glitch. We are the glitch.
We are the glitch.
We are in the existence of the glitch, and once the glitch gets fixed,
the glitch gets fixed.
We're done.
More and more, I'm inclined to believe in the Mandela effect stuff. Just cause I'm like, why not? It seems right.
Yeah, just go for it all right now. Why not? It's all Looney Tunes.
Yeah. But I'm going to start wrapping it up because it's been an hour. And if you folks want to follow Steve, he's on the Instagram. It's SJP Second Toys. Mm-hmm. And you can check his stuff out there.
Yeah, look at stuff.
And if you want to follow I swear to God, I need to complete one thing in my life. You want to follow
tell me about it, man.
Comic. Check out snippets of it over on Real Smacked in the Head.
Go there.
On the Instagram.
Yeah, go to the Instagrammy.
Drop a social media app where you show pictures of your grandmother.
Yeah, if you can find stuff. Like, half the time it's just ads now.
Oh my God, half the time it's just suggested videos for things I don't even follow. Yeah, that's all I got.
Craziness.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, next week think of something spooky. Or find a ghost story.
Yeah, we got like
find a spooky movie.
I think we're down to like 85 days until Halloween.
Spooky. Maybe.
Spooky.
I forget.
Like last week, it was
like 91 or something last week.
Well, when I saw it last week, it was at 90. Oh. So we're probably at 85, 84 days.
It was just my dad posting how many days till Halloween. And I was like, oh, all right. But all the stores are doing Halloween in freaking August. And
good.
Right when you're in the mood for Halloween. And then when you go to the store in October, there'll be nothing.
No.
The charm of Christmas is walking around in crabs decorated. Not anymore. For Halloween, you better be in the spirit in July.
That's what I'm saying. Halloween starts in May now.
That's
May 31st.
Through. There's actually a second Halloween. You should look it up. Joe Bob has been talking about it a lot, but I heard it before. He started doing it every May on the last drive-in. May, I forget, May 3rd or something, May 1st, I don't know. It is like the exact halfway point between Halloween and halfway through. So then there's like Volkswagen or something. It's like a German summer Halloween. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, pretty cool.
Comments. Moon episode. We want to talk about it being. Yeah. We always forget now. Now that we
the supermoon. It was just the supermoon.
We made that joke about
supposedly
about the moon being hollow or something like several weeks in a row, and Jason brought it up, and then I forgot about it entirely, and he reminded me I think after the show ended, I saw the comment
Oh,
come
yeah.
in, and I was like, ah, dang it! All right, we'll talk about the hollow moon or something.
Yeah, the hollow moon, or the
moon's
holographic
hollow.
moon.
Well, whatever.
The
Moon's hollow,
supposed
it rang.
moon.
The hologram rang whenever the astronauts left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for that dude that got left there.
I don't remember that one.
Well, when you see the capsule blast off from the moon, there's someone with a camera like pointing up and looking at the damn capsule blasting off.
They couldn't possibly have a mechanical device that could.
It has to retrieve it too, because did they have? Unless they had like, I thought it was all
very
shot on
long
film.
pole. I don't know.
And I thought they were shooting on film. I didn't think they were shooting
That's
on.
the one. That's the joke. The moon isn't real. You believe in the moon?
You believe in the moon?
That should be the title of next week. You believe in the moon?
There you go. Bring your craziest moon theories.
Heck yeah, man.
Let's do this.
All right. Stop showing the banner. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Peace out.
Save me. Damn it. Wrong hand. Save me, Doug McClure. See you next week.
See you next week.